let's start the presentation. I'm Seunghun and this is Jun-Hyeok Park, my coworker. We are very excited to share our research results with you. This year we have 2 briefings at Black Hat Asia, and this is the last briefing. Thank you for inviting us. In this presentation, we are going to talk about the ARM Trust Zone and integrity measurement architecture-based operating system protector, Shadowbox version 2. I'm a senior security researcher at NSR of South Korea, and I'm also an operating system and firmware developer. I was a speaker at Black Hat Asia and Hack in the Box Security Conference, and an author of the book series titled 64-bit multi-core operating system principles and structures, volume 1 and volume 2. This is my second introduction, so I feel so boring. And this is Jun-Hyeok. I introduce again, and he is a senior security researcher at the same company, and he is also an embedded system engineer and interested in firmware and IoT security. Last year, we presented Shadowbox version 1. Shadowbox version 1 is hypervisor-based kernel protector for Intel CPU. This page shows the goal of our presentation. Shadowbox version 1 is the left one, and Shadowbox version 2 is the right one. And as I mentioned earlier, Shadowbox version 2 is ARM Trust Zone and IMA-based kernel protector for ARM. This is content page. First, we will tell you a background of our research, and second, we will tell you how we design and implement the Shadowbox version 2. Finally, we will show a demo and some of our presentation with the Black Hat soundbites. As you know, Linux kernel is everywhere, from servers and PCs and to mobile devices and connected cars. And Linux kernel suffers from rootkits and security vulnerabilities. Unfortunately, devices which use Linux kernel could share these security threats, and the security threats often combine with other threats to take control of a system. Although you already have a protection mechanism in kernel level, fundamentally the mechanism could not protect kernel from these security threats, because the mechanism often easily bypassed and utilized by kernel object hooking and direct kernel object manipulation technique. Therefore, we think protection needs on even lower level. We call this link -1. To take the higher ground than kernel level, some researchers and we leverage virtualization technology in ARM Trust Zone ARM processor. Virtualization technology separates a machine into a host, secure world, and a guest, normal world. The host has link -1 level privilege, can freely access and control the guest. Intel VTX and AMD ARM Trust Zone are typical VT-equipped hardware, and this time we focused on ARM Trust Zone. ARM Trust Zone is a security extension of ARM processor and hardware-based security. It separates a machine into the secure world and the normal world. Trusted execution environment, as known as TEE, we call this T, is a security area, a secure area of ARM processor. It protects integrity and confidentiality of data in memory and storage. As you know, there are 2 major ARM processor vendors. One is Samsung, and the other is Qualcomm. And they have their own TEEs, such as Knox of Samsung and QSEE of Qualcomm and have been spent a lot of money and time to their TEEs. So it seems that it is red ocean, but after studying about them, I found some restrictions on them. First, their TEEs are proprietary. Their source code are not published and use of the source code is restricted. Second, their TEEs are not portable. They are designed for their own processors, so they are not applicable in different processors. To wrap it up, their TEEs are not suitable for various ARM-based devices. There are so many ARM processor vendors such as Broadcom and NXP, MediaTek, Arduino, and so on. Manufacturers choose low-cost ARM SoC for their products. The types and vendors of ARM SoC in the products are different depending on the manufacturing date. So, we think we need an open source and portable TEE. Open Portable TEE is an open source TEE. You can change everything you want, and Linaro supports and maintains the OPT. Linaro is an association of ARM, Freescale, and IBM, Samsung, ST, and Texas Instruments. OPT supports many kinds of SoC and devices. It supports more than 14 devices, including Raspberry Pi 3 and Quick Emulator. It has well-defined architecture, so you can port your OPT to your device easily. And OPT follows GlobalPlatform specifications. GlobalPlatform makes trusted execution environment specifications. GlobalPlatform is an association of Samsung, Qualcomm, AMD, Apple, Trustonic, NXP, and so on. Many companies follow the specifications, so you can port your trusted application to other TEEs if your the target TEE follows global platform specifications. This page shows the architecture of OPT. Secure word, the left one, consists of the trusted kernel, static trusted application, and dynamic trusted application. The normal word, light one, consists of OPT driver and TEE supplicant. Each word has an API between kernel and user, and the interface specification are defined by GlobalPlatform. Design. As you see, this is shadow play. We explained this last year, but we explain this again because this is an important part of our design. So there are a lightning bulb and actors which make a shadow reflected in a screen. So we can watch the shadow and can understand the story of the shadow play. In our design, the bulb is link-1 mechanism, and we call this light box. And the actors are activities or behaviors in the operating system. And the security monitor, we call this shadow watcher. So we named our kernel protector shadow box because we are inspired by shadow play. This is a detailed architecture of shadow box for x86. First, lightweight hypervisor creates a guest which runs the operating system in it. Next, write box creates a host which shares the kernel with the guest. Conceptually, Lightbox sets a different permission between the guest kernel and the host kernel. Most part of the guest kernel are set read-only permission, but the host kernel is set to read and write permission. Next, Shadow Watcher. Shadow Watcher is a security monitor and controls operating system in the guest using Lightbox. This is a detailed architecture of Shadowbox for ARM. Shadowbox for ARM is a little different from x86 because Shadowbox for ARM should follow the architecture of OPT. First, Lightbox is trusted application in the secure world, and second, Shadow Watcher is also on security. The trusted application, and it just monitors the normal world. We used only ARM trust zone feature, so we designed Shadowbox for ARM to check page hashes of kernel instead of checking the memory permission. This is simple and intuitive mechanism. However, this mechanism has some limitations. So third, to overcome these limitations, we use the integrity measurement architecture, as known as IMA, in the normal world. IMA prevents the system from the unauthorized executable files. I will tell you about this later. And last, Shadow Watcher client is a user application in the normal world. It requests kernel verification to Shadow Watcher in the secure world and send the result back to the remote attestation server. As I mentioned earlier, the major feature of IMA is to check hashes or the signatures of files and prevent the system from unauthorized executable files. IMA can store measurement values in Trusted Platform module, as known as TPM, and IMA is included in Linux kernel since 2.6. IMA needs to manage hashes or signatures. This means that you need to make hashes or signatures of good executable files. IMA is a little harder to be used in for general performance environment. General purpose environment, but it is good for a special one, such as embedded systems. So, what can Shadowbox version 2 do? First, Shadowbox for ARM protects Linux kernel from unauthorized executable files. IMA in kernel verifies signatures of executable files. Second, Shadowbox for ARM protects static kernel object attack. Static kernel object is immutable at runtime, so code modification and system table modification attacks are included. Unfortunately, until now, dynamic kernel object protection is only for x86 now and future work for ARM. Dynamic kernel object is mutable at runtime, so process hiding, module hiding, and function pointer modification attacks are included. This page shows static kernel object protection mechanism. Okay. First, the periodic kernel integrity monitor in Shadow Watcher client requests integrity check to the Shadowbox trusted application periodically. And second, the integrity checker in Shadowbox trusted application calculates hashes using Lightbox trusted application. And third, the integrity checker compares hashes with pre-calculated hashes in it, and the integrity checker returns the result to periodic kernel integrity monitor. Okay. Finally, the periodic kernel integrity monitor reports success or failure. All right. Page hashes based integrity monitor is a simple and intuitive mechanism which is widely used, but the attacker can guess when the page is measured and do transient attack. Page hash based integrity monitor needs a mechanism to randomize the measurement timing. So, Shadowbox randomize the page order. Shadow Watcher trusted application shuffle the pages every time after the measurement is completed. So the attacker cannot guess when the page is measured or something. From local road concerned kernel monitoring, I would like to hand over my coworker, Jun-Hyeok. Thank you.
Hello everyone, nice to meet you. This page shows workload concerned kernel monitoring mechanism. Typically, ARM processors have less processing power than x86 processors, and the manufacturers use optimized ARM processors for their products. The processors has only the performance that meets the use case of the product. So we design an adaptive way which changes the check period for hash measurement of kernel depending on the system workload. As workload increases, adaptive mechanism also increases the period to keep system performance. This page shows remote attestation mechanism. The remote attestation mechanism is almost the same as static kernel object protection. The only difference is that remote server starts a request with encrypted nodes and it receives the encrypted result from integrity checker of the secure world. The remote attestation function in Shadow Watcher just bypasses the result to the remote server. Sorry. This page shows the relationship between Shadowbox and IMA. IMA verifies and executes all executable files, including Shadow Watcher. And the Shadowbox monitors IMA and Linux kernel like this. If rootkits modify them, Shadowbox of the secure world can detect it and report it to the remote attester. Implementation. We make our prototype with Raspberry Pi 3 board. Raspberry Pi board is the most famous embedded hardware and widely used. It supports many kinds of OS such as Raspbian, Ubuntu, and Windows 10 Core. Raspberry Pi 3 has quad-core 1.2 GB Broadcom processor and 1 GB RAM, etc. Raspberry Pi is the best board for a prototype, but unfortunately, CPU supports ARM trust zone feature only. DRAM and flash controller do not support it, and Raspberry Pi does not have secure boot feature. Because of these reasons, the secure world is not really secure, and the Raspberry Pi is just for a prototype. If you want a fully featured board, we recommend that you choose another board. OPT supports many kinds of embedded board, such as Juno board, High Keyboard, and so on. How do we integrate Shadowbox with Raspberry Pi? First, we install Raspbian OS. Second, we remove Raspbian's kernel from the normal world. Third, we add OPT's kernel with our IMA patch to the normal world. Fourth, we add OPT's secure kernel to the secure world. Last, we add shadow box to the secure and normal world. And we name this Secure Pi. Secure Pi is an open source project. We always welcome your contributions. This is the project link, and we have been preparing our source code to publish. Please watch our project at GitHub. From demo, I'd like to hand over Seunghun again.
Okay, thank you, and I'm back. Demo. Okay. Before demo, we will show two bonus pages for porting the x86 sample rootkits to ARM. As you know, rootkits needs to patch kernel for they usually because they usually hiding themselves. So, but the kernel has a page protection mechanism. So, in this case, x86 processor rootkit need to disable page write protection in CR3 registers. In ARM case, they also need to disable page protection. Hold on a second. Do you really need to know about the protection mechanism for fetching kernel? We think you don't need to about that because paging mechanism is too much complicated, and ARM processors have various the paging mechanisms. So we want to say use live kernel patch functions instead. Linux kernel has the kernel patch functions for a live kernel, live patch. x86 architecture has text poke like this, bottom line, and ARM architecture has also the function patch text. So now you don't worry about the paging mechanism anymore. So I think if you use the MIPS or something different architecture, they also have the live patch function. So you can use this function instead of the low-level protection mechanism, the page protection mechanism for disabling. So, okay. Demo time. And this is the base machine. Left one is the Raspberry Pi, and the right one is the serial connector, the USB to serial. And we prepared a detailed video for you. Okay. Hold on a second. This is the video, and all right, full screen, and go. Okay. This screen shows the Raspberry Pi, and we connect Raspberry Pi 3 with the remote desktop applications. And okay. This shows a list of Shadowbox client files in normal world. And check OPT driver is working in the normal world. Okay. These two files shows the OPT are working. start TEE supplicant for shadow box trusted application. Shadow box trusted application is working in the secure world. And extract kernel code and read-only area from the system map. Okay. Make address tables with start address and the size, like this. You can find easily with the system map. Okay, now make kernel hashes with Shadowbox trusted application. -G option of Shadowbox client recast kernel hashes, like that. All right. Good hashes are prepared and encrypt hashes with the secret to prevent unauthorized modification. All right. Okay. The left one is normal file and the right one is encrypted file. We use the magic number for type and send encrypted hashes to Shadowbox trusted application and start the kernel protection with stored hashes. Like this, Shadowbox client checks CPU load and requests the page verification periodically. Start the remote attestation service. All right, everything is done. And this screen shows the remote server for remote attestation. And this file, okay, this shows the list of remote attestation servers file. And start the remote attestation server. And then you can check your Raspberry Pi status through the web. So, like this, time is updated periodically, and Shadowbox client send a verification request result to the remote attestation server. So then the server shows the time last the Shadowbox succeeded to verify the kernel hashes. All right. Let's check the protection mechanism of IMA and Shadowbox trusted application. For this, I prepared the sample rootkit. Okay, and the sample rootkit is Odor next generation. And the malware consists of a kernel module and a user application. All right, let's execute the malware. Okay, as you see, malware execution is prevented even though the root tried to load kernel module, but he failed. Yeah, permission denied. The kernel message show IMA in the kernel prevents the execution because the malware has no valid signatures. Like that. And okay. Assume that the malware has a valid signature because the IMA in kernel level is neutralized. And sign malware files with the key and attach the valid signature to the malwares. Okay, it's done. And let's execute the malware again. Okay. The kernel message shows the malware module is working, and the malware patches the kernel for malicious behaviors. And the malware application is also working. But as you see, the right part, Shadowbox detects the kernel modifications. The Shadowbox trust application monitors and verifies the kernel hashes periodically. So the Shadowbox detects the malware is working and report the failure result to the remote attestation server. Okay. So now your Pi is secure. So and try to our Shadowbox and secure Pi to your home. Thank you. And my demo is over. And let's go back to the presentation. Okay. Conclusion and black soundbites. First, kernel level threats should be protected in a more privileged level. Rootkits can utilize the kernel level protection. We create a ring-1 level protection mechanism in ARM TrustZone. Second, Shadowbox version 2 is practical and portable. Shadowbox version 2 protects the kernel from rootkits using IMA and OPT. And we made a reference implementation with Raspberry Pi 3. We named it Secure Pi and open as an open source project. So if you have any idea or bug report, please send us. All right. This is the last page of our presentation. Thank you for your precious time, and these are our email addresses and project link. Please search our project Shadowbox for ARM at GitHub, and please search our Shadowbox for x86 at GitHub also. Our project Shadowbox is are open source, so we are always welcome your contributions, such as a bug report, code contributions, and so on. Okay, if you have any idea about the Shadowbox, feel free to email us. And any questions? Yep. Uh-huh.
Does this guard against transient attacks, like you patch a code before the Shadowbox can run a hash thing, you again carry out your malicious activity and again attach it?
You mean the Shadowbox can recover the system when the malware attack the system, right?
What I'm saying is, so Shadowbox
Uh-huh.
will check and hash
Hashes?
in a certain duration.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If the kernel is patched with a malicious patch
Uh-huh.
and the malicious activity is done,
Uh-huh.
and the attacker
Attacker.
is back to original code
Original code.
before the Shadowbox can
Oh, yeah, that's a nice and critical question. You mean that attack is, we call the transient attack. Yeah. The malware and attacker do something malicious in a period, and they recover the state normal is the again and again and again. Frankly say, that attack can be prevented with this kernel monitor hash-based. So if you want to protect transient attack, you use the memory protection mechanism, such as the write exclusive execute. I mean W exclusive. Okay, so if you don't use that, the memory protection mechanism, you cannot prevent the transient attack with the hash-based technique. So yeah. Oh, thank you. So, other question? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, whiteboard. Yeah.
So okay, it was the first question.
Mm-hmm.
And the second question: do you only try to run Raspberry OS, or you try to do such thing for Android, maybe, or something like this?
Ah, yeah.
Because there is a product to analyze malware for the Android systems.
Mm-hmm.
Are you planning to run Android maybe with the same mechanism for Android?
Mm-hmm.
And another question, follow-up question is Lightbox have ability to recover the system, the shadow box system?
Mm-hmm.
If it detects anomaly in the shadow box system, can it be recovered?
Uh-huh.
Just like from snapshot or something?
Snapshot. Okay. Your first question is, you mean this shadow box also apply the Android system?
As far as I understand, there is in shadow box there is something like an edge.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't try to do it for Android, but it's possible, is it?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Good question. And I would like to say the OPT supports also Android. So our shadow box based on the OPT, so you can port the Android system if the Android system supports OPT. So you just copy our project file, a bunch of files to the Android system and build again. You can use our shadow box trusted application and clients. Okay? And second, snapshot is good idea, but until yesterday, we worked our shadow box project. Until yesterday, we have no feature about that because snapshot means some memory state we think good, but shadow box cannot ensure that this snapshot is good or bad. So if you want to use the snapshot, it is very hard time to ensure the snapshot is good or not or bad. So if you write the code about that, please contribution. I will apply to our project. Thank you. Okay, next question. Anything else? All right. This is our second presentation at Black Hat Asia 2018. And thank you for your precious time again. And have a nice day. Thank you.